It's a common question that practitioners have about, well, I'll be imposing upon people. And I've thought about this a lot, especially when I first got into this kind of work. And I always, before I start the first interview when I'm on the floor, always, even now that I've done this now 20 years, I swallow hard and I say, oh crap, they're not going to want to talk to me. And I'm going to be imposing and they're busy and I have all these little monsters on my shoulders saying, don't do this, don't do this. And I always jump in and I just go, oh, it's like the cold water. It's not so cold. It feels pretty good. Splash around. People love to be engaged in meaningful conversation. And also when you truly listen to them and you're interested in what they have to say, and that's where my approach is very conversational. I want to know how your experience is. I'm not asking you, firing a bunch of questions at you of, do you love us and how much do you love us and tell me more about how you love us and will you come back and will you tell people about us and it's all about me, do you love me? But really curious about their experience, that then you realize that this is important for them. And I've had people when I've interviewed them in museums say, thank you, this was really interesting. I enjoyed, this helped me think about my experience differently. Well, for me, coming at it as an educator, that rings my bells right there. And I get great data, but I also have had a nice educational experience for that person and for me. So I think we also have to get over some of our early training. So many of us have been taught to not be nosy, don't ask questions, give people their privacy. I think that's a cultural thing often. You don't go in right away and say, tell me about your breakup or something like that. So we have this problem of our mothers on our shoulders saying, don't do that. And once I think about it differently is that I'm honoring this person by listening to what they have to say. I'm respecting them, I care about what they have to say, then we just have a great time and I come away saying, I love people, they're so interesting. And they have so much to say and so many great experiences and I always learn something and invariably I come away from these conversations and I've got a couple of ideas for new books to read. And so if you do the interview, yes, I think it's imposing. I don't like having questions fired at me. But if I come in with a question or a prompt that is intriguing and innately interesting to that person, then they will take over and all I have to do is listen and go, really, tell me more. How fascinating. You know?